Good day, everyone. Here are some fun facts about horses. These are questions that I get asked every day in the barn, so I thought I would share the answers with you. Are horses smart? Very. Horses are very, very smart. That first interaction you have with a horse needs to really count because they will never, ever forget you. And that's gonna set the tone for your relationship with that horse. So make sure that first interaction with the horse is a good one. They will not forget that first interaction. How do horses sleep? Can horses sleep standing up? Yes, they can. Horses have a stifle joint in the back leg. You can see it on Jack's right there. A little indentation above the hock and below the hip. That is where the stifle joint is. They can actually lock that stifle joint on one side and get their micro sleep that way. Horses actually will also sleep about 1 hour a day or in a 24-hour period on the ground. It is not uncommon for at least 1 or 2 horses to stay up while some rest and get their actual sleep because they are prey animals. So they're kind of on guard watching over the other horses. Horses have 3 blind spots. One right between the eyes, one down at the muzzle, and directly behind them. I know I get a lot of new students. They say, "Oh, I know, don't go behind the horse, Miss Mo, because it'll kick me." Well, not if you don't startle the horse and the horse knows you're there. You're going to be fine. Just got to remember that that's a blind spot, and you need to make sure that the horse knows that you go behind them and that they are aware that you are there and nothing's going to go wrong. Horses do have only 2 color photoreceptors where we have 3, so they don't see all the colors that we see. And a problem that they have visually is anything that's on the horizon that's moving looks pixelated. That is why it may or may not pose a threat to them. That's why they usually throw their heads up and ears point at whatever it is that's moving on the horizon because they're curious about it. And they're deciding should they run or not. How much water do horses drink? Well, on average, horses can drink about 14 gallons of water a day. That's just the average. So that's not when it's really hot like it's been here in Georgia. They can drink well over 20 gallons a day, and they need to be hydrated. What's a fun fact about horses that they cannot do that all other mammals can do? Horses cannot burp. So everything that they take in has to go out the back end. They have a very, very long, intensive digestive tract. Whatever goes into their stomach will make it to the hindgut within 3 hours. So their digestive system works really quickly, which is why they need to be constantly grazing or have some type of forage. Horses are also very, very prone to colic, which is why we really need to make sure that they stay hydrated. There are a lot of tricks and tips that you can do to encourage them to drink, and I'm happy to share those with you if you would like. The number 1 killer of horses, unfortunately, is colic, so we need to pay attention to their water intake. Why do horses need shoes? Well, that is an individual thing if you ask me. Some people think that horses need shoes, 4 shoes, all the time, no matter what. I treat all of my horses as individuals, okay? So it all depends on the integrity of the hoof, the footing that the horse is traveling on, the use of the horse, and how the foot grows. For example, this guy right here, he needs 4 shoes. He grows all toe and no heel. So he definitely needs to be shod on all 4 feet every 6 weeks. And the footing that my guys ride in is 5 inches of river sand in a very nice arena. Very, very few hard surfaces other than the concrete in my barn island right outside my barn. So they have nice soft footing on the entire property. How long do horses live? Well, that totally varies. I feel like horses are living longer and longer these days because the care for horses it's better. The treatments for diseases and things are better than they used to be. I'm welcome to more questions, and I'm happy to give answers if you have more. Have a good day.